Thank you so much. Okay. Can I read this? Oh, I can. Nice. I can do this, and then I can do this. Frozen grass. Let's see, I can freeze someone, right? Let's see. Envelop a target in harsh winter, leaving them frozen for a time. Envelop a target in harsh winter cold, leaving them frozen for a time. Movement speed by reduced by 3. Animation speed reduced by 70%. Crush armor reduced by 5. Not bad. Though I might do it later. Because I remember there's a character that's actually specialized in spells later on. Got no time to chitter, too much armor to mend, speak to Uncle Penitor, not the rings. Okay. Hello. You can't make out you can't make out the ironclad soldier's expression under his twisted helmet. He merely stares at you. Oh. Well, hi. Fresh straw in the corner of this prison cell absorbs much of the stench. Okay. Sparring dummy shows deep crowds. Oh, let's grab this. Oh, is that a bear shield? Hang on. Harry dodge. Okay, hang on. Okay. For dodge is 16, parry goes high. What is a tower shield? So I guess that does make sense. What would be better? Would parry be better? Skill defense against melee attacks and spells, higher skill ranks. Okay, dodge. Skill defense against range attacks from bows, javelins, or magic. Spells, higher skill ranks will reduce damage taken, or even cause enemies to miss their attack altogether. I think I can tank a... Well, this gives me endurance too, though. Endurance resists attacks on the internal physical systems of the character. Yeah, I think I'll just go for that one. Let's do that. There. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. Subterfuge low. Dang it. Isotanus curses the air as a blade of thin iron breaks in half beneath his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly what I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. He wipes the sweat from his brow and gets a better look at you. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch. Don't get me wrong. You can take a beating and get bent back into shape, unlike this stubborn iron we have here. He glances at a pile of his work with dread. And we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around camp. Rick garbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. They called it this favor the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. The good stuff that comes from the smiths in the Theon's Crossing. You mentioned an iron shortage. Why not forge your own iron? I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Matani went missing near Echo Call Crossing. I'm afraid We won't be seeing any more now. That valley is sealed. Forge iron, forge bond iron is Tunon's responsibility. Why is this the first time hearing it? Keep your voice down. Isiltanen flinches and lowers his own. Gravenash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Vendrian guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rusting on a riverbed. Worst case, ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself in Echo Call, I suppose I can keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the great general. More than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks to outsiders, but I know he will be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war effort if our iron was recovered. You can trust me to handle this. I'm here to help, even if that means cleaning up the Archon's mess. I knew that Tunon wouldn't have dispatched you without good reason. The court isn't exactly known for gambling when the stakes are high. He glances to a crate beside him and points to a small set of notches on the wood. You see that? That is how we tell apart our iron shipments from the rest. Inconspicuous. Yeah, inconspicuous so people don't go snooping around. You'll want to keep your eye out for those. Good hunting. Need anything else? I'd like to see your wares. Ooh. Expensive stuff. Looks so nice. Can I throw this? Oh, I can't throw this. What? Oh, wait. Can I throw this? Oathbond dagger. It says I can. Yo! Might be useful. Not bad. Earthshaker staff. Oh, that's the... Okay, never mind. That's for magic. Never mind. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Alright. Subterfuge is still low. Right. Nothing here. Can't really do anything. Move on.
Is that all? I've got this.
Thank you. Alright, better quit. What's up? Glory to the voices of the rots. Projecting his salutation for all to hear, the grinning blood chanter wraps his staff around the ground as you approach. Fatebinder Nightgrave, I presume. His smile quickly retreats, giving way to a sour scowl. I am Bitterquip. I am here as the emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. Bitterquip looks at you impatiently. Oh, nice to meet you too. What is it like working with this favor? What can you tell me of the Scarlet Chorus? He scoffs, looking away from you for a moment before sniffing and returning his attention to you. Reporting to the Iron Hag is an insult. Hag. She fought one duel for her title. One. Her leadership must be continuously proven, earned, and defended. Weakness should bleed to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top. My assignment here is also an insult, but one I will bear for the god of the chorus, or for the good of the chorus. Bitterquip sniffs the air, smiling with one side of his mouth, if only to see with my own eyes the failure of the disfavored. That will be a fine day. The chorus is the future of the tears. I feel only derision and pity for those who fear our inevitable ascension. Better Quip looks at you with a raised eyebrow. What in particular would you like to know? Tell me about the voices in the rots. He is Supreme Commander and Public Servant, he who sets us free but directs all. Better Quip smiles as he talks, his face turning flush. The voices in the rot is the epitome of what each of us can be, a magician without equal and the leader of uncountable numbers. The voices of the rot are one, conquering, expanding, growing, changing, always stronger. Bitter Quip pounds his staff on the ground. Glory to the voices. The doctrine of strength. Actually, hang on. How do you come to join this Scarlet Course? The doctrine of strength speaks to me, and I answered its call, as did some of my arcane peers. I took to the chorus almost instantly. Unlike most, I cried, not for the life of comfort lost to me. My magic invokes fear and terror. I easily established my dominance over a pack in my early days in the chorus. If you're so curious about it all, Bitterquip smiles, lifting an eyebrow, perhaps you should visit our camp and see for yourself. What is your role in the chorus? I am a blood chanter. My magic can turn the will of man to the tide of battle. I have held command for 3 years now, though being forced to keep an eye on the disfavored is not the reward I had envisioned for my service thus far. Sounds as if you really like the voices in the rod. Bitterquip blinks several times and scowls, saying nothing. That's all for now. Bitterquip nods as you depart. Okay. I'm gonna talk to. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay. Bigger portion of game simmers in a large copper pot, fragments, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see. We got raw meat. Take it. Right. Guess we can talk to these guys. I am Lucia. This is Marcus. The disfavored soldier points to the armored man next to her. And you must be the Fatebinder. From under her helmet, you can hear an audible scoff. We've been assigned to assigned to your hospitality. Marcus quickly interjects. While you remain on disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Aw, if only I was one of these. Marcus, tell me about yourself. Not sure there's much to tell you. I trained at Fort Resolution. This is my first campaign, and I'm proud to be with the Legion. I was wounded at the Gates of Judgment, but Graven Ash's protection mended me good. I owe my life to him. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the gut? You really shouldn't boast about a filthy tearsman besting you in battle. Licia rolls her eyes. You're just bitter that Lord Ash never seems to notice you. In all seriousness, I would take the spear again if it brought honor to the disfavored. Kairos knows we could use it. We are the elite fighters of the Northern Army. But somehow we still lack the Overlord's confidence. He shakes his head and sighs. Well, Graven Ash just kind of betray, so thanks. Licia, tell me about yourself. I do this. She unenthusiastically lifts up her heavy shield. And do this. She mockingly stabs at the air with her spear. Licia shrugs. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've seen the Legion through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretenses of honor can wear me down. She turns a cautious eye your way. The north is my home, and I consider each and every one of the ironclad bastards in this camp to be family. You won't find another army where each member of the phalanx is as beloved and cherished as the next. You seem handy with a weapon, Licia. Insufficient reputation. Gosh dang it! I know a thing or two about spitting foes who are stupid enough to challenge me. What of it? Easy, Licia. We don't push curiosity here. We need to fly off the handle on the basis of a simple reflection. They train us well, Fatebinder. The Archon makes sure that our potential is realized before we reach battle. So most of us keep a cool head when we see any action. He looks at Licia with a frown. Most of us, I said. How have your skills fared in battle against the Oathbreakers, Marcus? Wait, is this all ruse? Did Tunon send you to test the army's training and grit because I won't stand for it? Because I won't stand for it. Would you calm the Would you calm the fuck down? You tangled fishnet of nerves. This is after how many head wounds you took last week. Stop looking for enemies behind every shadow. I guarantee you'll be disappointed. What's it like serving with this favorite? In spite of our name, the Legion commands more honor than any military on the face of Terratus. Unlike the chorus, there is tradition, discipline, teamwork, and unity of purpose. Marcus looks out across the camp. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. We're a tightly knit family bound together by trust and glory. Accurate enough, Licia shrugs. After seeing the disunity and bickering of the younger realm defenders, I feel lucky to be in the most agreeable legion of Kairos' hosts, even if you're not always the most efficient. If the legion boasts so much honor, why are they disfavored? Ah, dang it. I'm afraid that isn't for me to say. Others around camp might be able to tell you more, but I don't freely discuss the great general's history to outsiders. But you'll say that it involves the great general, which is already a telling clue, idiot. Drat. At least the Iron Marshal isn't within earshot, or I'd be washing my mouth with wormwood. I'd like some training. Ooh, of course, Fatebinder. Marcus pounds his fist on his armor in salutes. Let's see, what should I upgrade? I guess upgrading two-handed weapons would be useful. One-handed weapons would be nice too. What's my level actually? Oh, I can upgrade her. What? Well, I guess I should focus on myself first. The thing is that I can keep my companions if I get the right reputation. Like, if I gain favor, Verse, I might get her as a teammate. But if I don't get, or, vice versa. There's a chance that they will leave at the end of this thing. That I know. But I just can't remember which one it is. So, I'm not going to focus on her. I'm going to focus on my Civ. Let's get that upgraded. Let's see. That's two-handed weapons, yeah? Let's see. Parry would be nice. Let's get one-handed up. Okay, so one-handed is 13 of 45. Let's do that, because why not? Parry is also useful. Okay. Ranks trainable, this level 0. Okay, cool. And then we'll go again. I could use some training. Finally, some fun to break up the monotony of the siege. Ah, dang it! All right, it's fine. Dodge would have been nice for me to upgrade. Dang it! Oh, well, it's fine. Athletics would also have been nice. Alright, so I got two-handed weapons upgraded. Oh, wait. Wrong one. I got two-handed... Ooh, wow. 41? 40? My goodness. That's actually very nice. I guess dual wielding should be the next one if I have a chance to... Oh. Nice.
Have a look here.
Beast blood, pollen, removes a random hostile effect. Cool. Anything else? Let's see. There's something over here. Oh, I can break open this.
Good thing I keep a torsion wrench handy.
Ooh, good for her. Good for Verse. Bad for me. Alright, good. Carefully skin game, hang from this branch, shape here. Sickly and malnourished. Okay. Go here. Grain and fish. Nice. Alright. Can I cook food? Is that a thing in this game? Alright, let's see. Hang on. Go to verse. We're gonna pick up. Give her this. Oh, right. I gotta learn this. There you go. Oh, that's an accent. Oh. What is this? Sigil of Strength. Oh, it makes it stronger. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Most of the other things I need subterfuge, which just sucks. Okay. Yesterday you chid me for wishing to wait. Now you suggest and even longer. Okay, whatever. Let's talk.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with. His profile is made larger still by his hulking suit of armor that hums with mystic energy.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secret passes a scepter between his hand as he speaks, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles. You hear the voices in your head. Well, hello there, Fatebinder. We'll be with you in just a moment. Emerald luminescence seeps from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most notable where his neck ought to be. His mass seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
A verse whispers fearfully as she beholds the Archons. Remain silent.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
My lord, the Fatebinder has arrived. The disfavored commander raises her voice, trying with little success to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guests speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
The Archon of Secret twirls the scepter in a twisting loop. You hear the voices in your head. Can you hear us, Fatebinder? Cough if we have your attention. His leather-wrapped hands flipping the heavy rod with an effortless flow. So if I cough, would they notice me?
And I thought you had left
Nope.
agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
The Archon of War lurches forward, resting his weight on his war maul as blue luminescence crackles under his armor, around his armor.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
The voices in our rot tosses his scepter into the air, catching it as it descends back down. You hear the voices in your head. Good, good. Now pay attention. You might miss something. Alright.
If I could trust the information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, my troops failed to come home.
Oh, Ash, old boy. If you're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the tearsman, perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
The Archon flips his scepter 3 times round, humming gleefully. You hear the voices in your head. Take care that you don't learn too much, Fatefinder. An excess of knowledge, of curiosity even, can earn unwanted attention. Hold your tongue. I will not have you denigrate. Denigrate. Oh God. Words. The honor of our fallen brethren. The commander's hand moves to the hilt of her blade, though the weapon stays sheathed. I'd be doing us all a favor if I cracked open that excuse of a head. They bicker like children, do they not? The fifth eye's grating tenure pierces the tension of the tent, and all eyes land on the crimson spear. I meant only to say welcome to our guests, the Fatefinder. The armored retainer bows with rushed inelegance, then rises to a salute, and not a moment too soon. You have gained favor with the voices in the rot. You have gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus. Aha! Why didn't you speak up sooner? My Lord Archons, the governor of Lithian's Crossing, has finally arrived. I beg you to cease arguing for a moment. Bow to the Archons. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I traveled long to be here.
How wonderful you could join us, Quakebringer, Executioner of Cairn. You grace us with your presence. Here's hoping you have another edict for bringing childish Archons to heel.
My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all.
The last of his words. What happened? What did I do wrong? Oh, got their wrath. Oh, Jesus. On the last of his words, the Archon of War glances at the voices in the rot, furrowing his brow as he utters the word camaraderie. I require no thanks for doing my sworn duty. I come bearing an edict of Kairos. Are you all done bickering? I have an edict to proclaim.
It seemed only yesterday you were proving your worth in battle, assisting my warriors in the siege of the bastard city. Now Kairos has chosen you for a second time to proclaim an edict. Tell us, good Fatebinder, what sort of punishment does the Overlord have in store for the Oathbreakers?
The Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all in the valley shall perish. It seems you need some encouragement to work together. Kairos' edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hall is proclaimed by Kairos' Day of Sword. In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos' Day of Swords. Loyalty reverse, favor with poison rot, wrath of graven ash. The earth sways with each word you utter. The air thickens with warmth as you pronounce the tensely phrased commandment. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigor.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
The Archon of War taps a finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
The Archon of Secrets passes his scepter from one hand to the next, chuckling softly with each toss. Hear the voices in the rot. Watch him squirm. So many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War. You'd never see blood echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. He'd used the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brothers. Jesus, what? Dead brother's ribcage, because that's how a real man deals with grief. What? Bickering all you wish, you're just wasting valuable time. Are you too daft? It is your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict. Learn to work together, or we're all doomed. Remain silent. I'm gonna say good, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful. I'll just remain silent.
You make it sound like you've been putting even the slightest effort into getting a foothold across the Mittani, when all you've done is set your gangs to uncoordinated raids. You're the Archon of Secrets. Why is it you still don't know the enemy's full strength and capabilities? Maybe you know, and choose not to share.
Look, if you're afraid to send more troops against the Oathbreakers, just admit that you're a coward and allow us to take charge of the situation. The Scarlet Chorus will be happy to prove it can do what the disfavored cannot.
Again, I'll remain silent.
I'm tired of your incessant heckling. The disfavored have shouldered the brunt of this war, and I will not have you mock our sacrifices.
My lord, Beric and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clapping her gauntlets to her breastplate. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunan's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
The Archon twirls the scepter one last time, then taps the fifth eye on the shoulder, and the two depart. You hear the voices in your head. Suit yourself, Fatebinder. The more you ignore us. Wait, what? You didn't say anything.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider.
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the Outer Valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained a sizable force outside the Citadel. We need the Chorus's manpower to scour the region. Otherwise, the Oathbreakers will take our heels once we cross the Matani. The Iron Marshal salutes Graven Ash, then turns to leave the tent. I will be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Find me there when you are ready. She pauses, clearing her throat, and though I am loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the Outer Valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in the rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out if you must.